no, is no stranger to everyone in this hall. But basically, it is a natural process that happens in our stomach and naturally can be considered as a form of biogas. Now, what is biogas and what importance it brings to the world? And how can we harness its potential? So basically, imagine when we eat our organic material such as the carbohydrate, the proteins, and the fats. It's been digested in our stomach. At the end of the day, biogas is going to be produced. So imagine it is basically an anaerobic. It is actually an anaerobic digestion process that happens naturally with the help of anaerobic bacteria without using oxygen, and it occurs in 3 steps. So the first step of digestion is decomposition. Decomposition of organic matter into simple sugars, fatty acids, and amino acids. And these acids, these simple molecules is later being digested into acids, and at the end of the day, biogas is being produced. Now imagine your stomach in a larger scale, for example, like a tank. So how much energy can it produce? Well, a lot actually. So already at this point of time, biogas has been utilized as a fossil fuel replacement by a gas called biocompressed natural gas. Same like the NGV that the taxis are using, but only produced in a greener form. And also, a purified biogas can be used to generate electricity. As I mentioned earlier, biogas comprises of methane about 60% and carbon dioxide about 40%. And methane itself is the most important component and has a higher potential. So by purifying the biogas, it's basically to remove all the carbon dioxide gases and just taking methane on its own. So basically, I'd like to stress on the dependency of fossil fuel here. We need to reduce the dependency on fossil fuel and exploit as much as possible the renewable energy from biogas, for example. And Malaysia is really blessed with a huge hectareage of planting area. Taking oil palm, for example, they are covering Malaysia land at about 15%. And imagine if all this 15% is being used to generate biogas, so the future dependency on fossil fuel is going to be reduced as well. So I am encouraging everyone here to basically eat a lot and fart. Because at the end of the day, that potential source of energy might be useful to reduce the household economy. Thank you.
Okay, so you said that it can be used to produce electricity? You did, I remember. Okay, so at what scale, how far can you scale that up? Could it be an alternative fuel source, or is it really just for small scale use, for example?
It can be used in a larger scale. For example, the industry that I'm working on is in oil palm. So basically, the waste from the oil palm is being processed, digested to produce biogas in a larger scale. And this has been actually done to support the TNB actually in producing electricity. So it can be done in a larger scale at about 20,000 metric ton tank volume.
Is it cost effective?
The generation of biogas itself is sustainable, but then when it couples down with the process of purifying and transportation, it may become not. So if you're just focusing on the production of biogas itself, that it is sustainable, then other research needs to be conducted to basically minimize the cost for transportation and storing of the gas.
What about the challenges in making people change to this rather than just sticking to fossil fuel?
Well, right now, because we are having issues in supplying the raw material, we do have biogas from plants material and also landfilling. Using plants is more economical as compared to landfilling, but at the end of the day, it goes down to the policy that the government is going to impose. If they are focusing on renewable energy and reducing carbon dioxide in the emission, then it's going to be hard without the government support. So we are trying to do as much as we can.
What are the other sources other than palm oil? Oil palm?
Basically, any agricultural waste.
What about food Sewerage, is it possible to use this?
Sewerage, not so much. Basically, what influences the production of biogas is the carbon to nitrogen ratio, and if you need, it's more abundance in agricultural waste rather than sewage. So,
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Muhammad Azmi, for the very farting presentation. I wonder if every one of us in this room fart at the same time. Can we generate enough electricity for at least 5 minutes?